Alrighty, traders, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Daily Roundup webinar. It's been, obviously a very choppy session. Like I'm sure many of you guys and gals are, it's very frustrating how there's just no follow through in this market. It is just maddening. But there is follow through in the euro dollar. The euro dollar is above 114. It looks pretty bullish here. I actually bought a little bit of euro Aussie on the dip. I think the euro is holding up well. Now the Aussie is still holding up pretty well too. I mean, we're right up against triangle resistance in the Aussie, or close to triangle resistance. But knowing that we're right up here against resistance, the euro's right against resistance as well. I think the euro is holding up a little bit better than the Aussie. And considering the environment, I don't mind owning a little bit of euro Aussie at these levels because I think we might be in a situation where the euro Aussie continues to grind higher out of this triangle, which if you guys saw the chart of the day yesterday, you knew I was pretty much focused on this euro Aussie trying to break out through this triangle. So with the euro, I mean, the one thing that we have to take into consideration is where we're closing, and closing above this major, what I consider a major trend line. Obviously a break above 114.20, 114.50 is going to be extremely bullish for the euro. I like it, and you guys know that I've been a bull for with the euro dollar. We're in this bull flag pattern. I still think it's extremely bullish, and it should break out. It's been a little hesitant being around here because it's I've actually lost money trying to be on the long side as we were up around the 1350 level. So trusting this move, it's hard to do, but what I'm really hoping for over the course of the next couple of days is to have some clarity as far as the EU Council meeting on what the European Union is going to do for a backstop for COVID. And I think that unity is going to be really bullish for the euro dollar just in general. And I think the euro will be able to break through and break out as a result. And it may not even be against the euro dollar might make a move back up towards 114 or 115, 117, but I think it's going to be the euro crosses that actually make a really big move too. Whether you're talking about the euro Aussie, euro New Zealand, maybe even the euro sterling too, because if you guys have seen it, the euro sterling's made a big move, or the pound's weaker with the euro stronger, the euro sterling's made a big move. Also, let's talk about the S&P. So yesterday, this is a pretty big reversal candle. Yes, today, right now, we are higher. Are we going to close the day higher? We might. The way I envision it, because it's going to be if we continue to hold below this 3,200, basically, I have a feeling that these candles that you see here for the next couple of days, here, are going to be like spinning tops, pin bars, nothing super exciting, and then eventually we're going to start breaking lower. But I don't want to get excited about downside in equities until this support right here at 3120 is broken. If that level is broken, then my excitement changes a little bit. And one of the other things that could probably lead me to believe that that's going to happen is seeing a move lower in like the Aussie yen. I still have a position in the Aussie yen from yesterday. My cost average is a little lower than where we're at right now. It's around 60, and we're at 70 right now. So I'm not that far out of the money. The only problem is we're still consolidating in what I think is a triangle. So I'd like to see the downside of this triangle, the lower end of the triangle, break before I get super excited about being, short equities or short risk, or, really believing that this market, is going to roll over. The NASDAQ, let's take a look at the NASDAQ, since that's on everybody's radar. So the NASDAQ is down slightly, but that was a big reversal candle. Yes, we have a spinning top right now. We're about break even on the day. I would assume by the end of the session, we probably drift down a little bit. Again, this is the NASDAQ 100, and this is, if you remember the blog chart that I did a couple of days ago, it's pretty simple. While above here, bullish. In between here, You have to be a little concerned. And then down below here, it gets bearish, right? So right now, it's still bullish. The NASDAQ's still bullish. But yeah, if we drop below, like, let's call it 10,300, then that is a problem, right? That's going to be a problem. Then we got to start being really concerned about the strength of this rally. And then you start looking at things like this. And really, if we start breaking up below this 10,300, then things start to get a little more squirrely, because now you're below, like, you know, trend lines and whatnot. All right, so that's something else that I think we need to take into account if we start rolling over. SMS, if the SPY goes down, the euro US dollar will go down, question mark. You know, it may not, because again, I have to reiterate, the euro is not necessarily, well, this week per se is not necessarily all about equities. It's about the ECB, and it's also about the European Council meeting that's happening at the end of the week. So, you know, would it be possible that we see, let's say for example, we see the Aussie dollar down, Kiwi dollar down, the euro dollar up? Absolutely, that could be possible this week. So if that wasn't happening this week, it would be a different story. But right now, you know, it is. Jason says, check out the Euro Canadian. It's really moving. Yeah, you could see the chart that I drew yesterday. I'm not in it, but I know people that are, and we were talking about this in the chat room as we broke out through 154 yesterday. Yeah, it's really rallying. And one of the things about the Euro Canadian as well is that you know, we held a 50% retracement. It's when we get below, you know, the 618. You know, once we start dropping below a 618, I stop getting excited about a continuation pattern. But considering the fact that we just held the 50% retracement, I think the Euro Canadian, like the Euro Aussie and, you know, other pairs, this is a good pair that you can, you know, try to pick up on a pullback. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, just yeah, very, very good look here. So guys and gals, I want to thank you all for joining with me today. I've got to actually jump on a call. I want to thank you for all your support as always, and I'll catch you on the FACE webinar tomorrow morning. So thanks everybody.